Welcome back, babes.
You're a bit hot and bothered.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Welcome back, everybody. Wow, my voice went up like 6 octaves.
Welcome back to the Pleasure Playbook.
We're talking about sex today, so I am worked up. We are always talking about sex, but we're talking about sex positions today, which we were just going over a few, and both Steph's ovulating, and I'm just getting a little sweaty over here. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're going to share with you 5 lazy girl sex positions for you to do when maybe you just don't have the energy to go full out, right? These are going to be great positions to give a try when you're at low battery. So, end of day, early morning, hungover, jet lagged, working like a dog all week, whatever it may be. These are beautiful, connected, lazy girl sex positions that we both are tried and true and love.
We love it. Sometimes you just haven't got the energy to be going all out and you want to have sex. So there's a middle ground. And these are great positions. And I often will say to the partner that I'm with, I'll be like, if they're like, do you want to have sex? I use these a lot in the morning. I'll be like, I do, but I'm going to be a lazy girl. And they'll be like, okay. They're not going to care. They're not going to care, but they're all super pleasurable and enjoyable. And it's just like adding a little bit different with low energy. So these are 5 positions for you to try out next time you're feeling
Yeah.
like a lazy gal.
Okay, let's kick it up with let's kick it up. Let's kick it off with number 1. Tried and true, spooning.
Spooning. Spoon. A little spoon sex. Okay, so this is pretty obvious. You are having your morning cuddle, your morning spoon, and the P goes in the V in that same way. So you're getting a lot of side action. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to move. Obviously, you can add a little bit of motion in there, but you're still in that comfortable spooning position. You feel the closeness of your partner. You feel their body on yours. Their hands can reach around to the front of the body. They got nips access, they got pussy access, they got neck access to kiss you, to whisper in your ear. Beautiful.
Also really nice if this is the morning because you're not face to face breathing morning air.
So true.
I also really like this one when I've done my full skincare routine, but you still want to bump and grind a bit and you don't want to put all your beautiful serums on your partner's skin. You want to keep those for yourself. So that's another little.
I've used this one quite a few times when I was seeing this guy and we were having like hours long of sex, and towards the end of the night where we couldn't stop, we'd want to go again, but like minimal effort required. Great one to go into because you feel that closeness and that connection with your partner without having to look into their eyes or breathe all over them. You're not kissing, but it's still a really delicious and connective sex position.
Yeah.
Nourishing,
A good one for a sex marathon is what you're saying.
basically. Yeah.
The other thing that I like about this position is to lean my body out a bit. So if you are, for some reason, it kind of can hurt my lower back a little bit when my bum is when you're like back to chest. So I go ahead and tilt my body out a little bit more towards an L like shape and keeping my partner's body straight. And that bend allows for it's like you're going into that doggy bent back position. It just adds a really nice angle to it. So if you can play with that.
Yeah. Final piece to make this even sexier is having a mirror in front of you. So if you have a closet that's mirrored, or you can just place a mirror so you can see yourself and you can see them from behind and all of the things that are happening. So yummy.
I think that, yeah, definitely applies to any position.
Of course it does.
Amplify the sexiness. Okay. Do you want to hit us up with number 2?
Number 2 is mutual masturbation, mutual self pleasure. This is not your standard sex position, but it's such a great way of getting off in the morning, feeling that connection with your partner. We're not saying you have to keep your hands to yourself, but it is usually a guaranteed way that you can get yourself off, have a nice, juicy orgasm, and feel that fun and sexiness with your partner in a lazy way that doesn't really require you moving or putting a lot of effort in.
Yeah. There's something really hot about playing side by side, and I think it's really vulnerable, and it does take a connection where you feel safe and comfortable with your partner to be able to see them, to be able to see you in that vulnerable state. But what is so cool about it is most of us can get ourselves off way faster than someone else can get us off. So to be able to have an orgasm quickly, say it's just before bed or like Steph said, in the morning early, you're trying to catch a flight, you're trying to go somewhere fast, you feel like you want to get off, but you just don't want to go through the whole partner exchange. Mutual masturbation or self pleasure is a really fun way to do it. Love
There
it.
we go. Shall we get into number 3?
Number 3 is gonna be familiar for most. We're gonna add some flair and seasoning to it. So this is missionary position, and missionary position, it can be hated on. People think that missionary is just boring or silly or have a story related to it. But missionary is really solid. What's beautiful about it is you get to be really intimate and connected with your partner face to face, kissing. You can whisper in each other's ears. There's like neck access for smooching, chin, cheek. That can be really great. Eye contact, also really fun. We're going to invite you with this to bring your hips up and to wrap them around the base of your partner's body. So if your back is on the mattress or wherever you're having sex, the couch, whatever it is, bringing your legs up and wrapping around to modify the missionary a little bit is a really nice position. You bring the pelvis up a little bit, so you're hitting a bit more of the sweet spots, and it's a classic for a reason, guys.
Yeah, it works. I'll say, I was a bit of a hater of Missionary for quite a while, but now having had some wild explorations over the summer and not a lot of Missionary, I'm craving a bit of Missionary again because there's something so sexy and so intimate to feel that closeness. You feel the weight of your partner's body on you. You can be eye to eye. You can really access each other's ears and you can kiss his ear. He can kiss yours and your neck, whisper things into each other. Like it's good for a reason. And it doesn't just have to be boring. There are ways that you can bring that variety into it. Having your legs wrapped around him, doing a little pelvic, little vagina squeeze, beautiful. There are ways that you can make it feel varied, but don't discount the amazingness of the closeness and the sensuality that really can be brought into this to make it such a beautiful, connective way of having sex with your partner.
Yeah. Definitely, if you have a soft mattress and you're trying to do missionary with your legs straight, flat, also on the bed, it's just the angle is just not it. So
Yeah.
bring those legs up and out.
I sometimes as well just extending the legs as far out as you can, like really gives your partner like that access and full control. I love having my legs like extended as wide out as I can go.
Like a V?
Yeah, out or in up in the air. I'll
Yeah.
extend into the air, and it feels so hot that they then have complete control of, and you're like can really feel it. But then equally, I love the wrapping the
Mhm.
legs and having that control that we have that a little bit more control. Oh, so
And if
delicious.
you're a little bit more flexible, you can bring them back into happy baby too and have like your partner either gripping your ankles or you gripping your ankles and pulling that your body more in that pretzel position. But that's not going to be accessible for everybody, but it's also
Yeah,
fun.
legs on shoulders.
Mm. Okay, now we're getting into different stuff. Okay, so that is number 3, missionary. Let's give us number 4, Steph.
Okay. Whew, I just got like little tingles of pleasure in my body just thinking about this one. Okay, so basically, this is laying down doggy is number 4. So, doggy doesn't require a lot of effort anyway, but this one I find
I
actually
don't know if that's a fair statement.
for the woman.
Doggy doesn't require a lot of effort.
Oh, I don't think it does. I don't think it's one that requires a ton of effort.
I think being on all fours is an effort.
Yeah. I think those positions are far more energy exertion than
Okay,
that.
keep going.
Look, being on all fours is a little bit more effort, but this is what I'm saying. This laying down doggy is a whole category of lazy girl. Yes, doggy requires some effort. It's not lazy girl position. This is the point I was trying to get to before you interrupted me. Laying down doggy is where it's at. This is a beautiful position. So basically, think you're in doggy, but you're not on all fours. You're just lying flat on your stomach. Lie in the bed. You can have your face in the pillow to one side. Your stomach, your entire body is on the bed. Your partner then comes behind you and is basically on top of you. So you can feel their body on your body, and they're fucking you from behind. So they get all of the benefits of doggy. They can see you from behind, all of the things that they love, but you're not doing anything. It is the ultimate lazy girl. But what can be so juicy about this is different variations that you can add into this. One of them, which I really love, is to be in this position. You start there, feel the weight of your partner on your body. They've got great access to your ear, so they can be whispering. If you're into a little bit of praise king or dirty talk, they can be whispering things in your ear, and to just feel their weight and their presence and their control. Oh, it's so juicy. Love it. But then also, what you can do is lift your hips or lift your bum into the air. And then they have access to reach their hand underneath and to get a little bit of pussy action, a little bit of rubbing of the clit with their hand because you're up in the air. And also, that shift in position is just going to hit that spot a little bit differently and feel different than laying completely on your stomach.
Yeah. And they actually sell sex wedge pillows that can help with that. So lifting the pelvis up, and that just helps give it such a better angle. Or you can just use a dense pillow if you have one in your home, or stack a few, and that'll give that lift in your lower body so that the angles are really sweet.
Yeah. So juicy. I love that one. Mm. All right.
Okay, and then our final position for the lazy gals out there is something that the internet calls the sinner. And both Steph and I hadn't referred to it as this before, but we were describing the position and Googled it and found out that this is potentially called the sinner. So I'm going to describe it to you. And there are variations of it of how you can do your legs to change this position. But basically, so how I describe this to Steph is you're in, say, reverse cowgirl. So you're facing away from your partner. And then you lay back down onto your partner's chest. So your back is to their chest. And then you come down and lean onto them. And then you can do a few different things with your legs here. So you can have your feet both planted on either side of their thighs onto the mattress. You can also close your thighs and wrap them or crisscross your legs for a really nice, tight, deep angle. I don't know how to describe that. A different sensation.
Yeah.
So you can cross your legs and pop them in between your partner's legs. But for me, yeah, I would say that feet on either side of their legs or planted on the mattress is really great. And then you can come back and just lean back, and then your heads are next to one another. So your head is close to their head. They can then wrap their arms around and touch your clit or your breasts. It's just a really nice, leaned back, relaxed position. And your partner can grab your hips and thrust from behind. Or you can also use your feet planted on the mattress to give yourself a little, what's that word? Pulse? Fucking? Thrusting? What
Mhm.
is it called?
Grinding.
Yeah, just yeah, then you have control with your hips.
Yeah.
So it's a good time.
It is a good time. It is a really good time. And I really think that anytime there's positions where you can really feel that connection and that closeness and the weight of one person's body on another, it just brings this extra layer of intimacy in a different way than maybe like the traditional missionary does. And that's why I love this one is you feel so supported because you're like fully being held by them, and then the variation of where their hands go just makes this a different experience, and then the leg positioning as well. And that's what's really cool about all sex positions is some small shift, like where the hands are, the positioning of your feet or your legs or your pelvis really transforms the position overall. So there really is so much to play with, and there's so many different sex positions out there, and it's going to depend on your body, on your sensation, on your comfort level inside the vagina, and also your partner's body sizes, penis size. All of these different things are going to impact what feels the best for you and for your partner, what feels the easiest and most comfortable. So when it comes to sex positions, you really just got to try them out and see what feels the best and what brings the most pleasure for you as to what the favorites in your sexual playbook are.
Excelente. Okay, with that, I hope you enjoy and have yourself some fun, lazy sex. Get off and just have a good time.
Yeah. And let us know which one you love the most. You got 5 positions to weave in to your life whenever you're feeling like some lazy girl sex, and full permission to do that. We all get to enjoy that kind of sex whenever we feel like it. So let us know what you love. We cannot wait to hear. If you need any clarification or have questions, just drop into our inbox or send us an email, and we will be more than happy to give you some more info.
And if you have a sex position for lazy vibes that we didn't mention here and you recommend, feel free to let us know too, and we can add that to our own personal lazy girl playbooks.
Yes, let us know. We love you all. Happy lazy girling, happy pleasure time. We'll see you in the next episode of Pleasure Playbook.
Thanks for being here with us. Bye bye.